Well, we've made it, 2025. Hopefully, the year of Terraria 1.4.5. To round off January, we've got a brand new state of the game, plus some extras, so as always, let's jump into it. To begin then, here's what Relogic had to say. Welcome back Terrarians, and happy 2025. The team is already hard at work with adding a few new bits, tweaking and balancing what we have, and fixing the usual bugs that crop up. We still plan to have an ideation session to be sure there is nothing that we've left on the side that shouldn't be there, and that meeting should lock in what there is left to do. There is a long and exciting road ahead, and to help keep our energies up whilst down in the caves and tunnels of development, we found the most delicious new snack hiding within the world of Terraria. So we have a brand new spoiler, and it turns out that you'll now be able to transform gem bunnies into rock candy. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I would have ever thought of this idea ever in my life. Like, it's such a strange idea that bunnies get cooked into rock candy, but it's kind of cool. Like, I'm all for new foods in Terraria. Here in Britain, we don't call it rock candy, we just call it rock, which would be quite funny to see as an item in Terraria. Like, you already have stone, and then you just have rock. I like the acknowledgement too, with them writing, what? You don't regularly make meals out of random critters made of stone and gems? You're missing out. Yeah, this one is very random, but also very cool as well. Quick reminder, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Each month we get closer to the update, so by being subscribed, you guarantee that you'll be completely up to date. Moving on to console and mobile, DR Studios wrote, the DR Studios team is back in action and ready to tackle what lies ahead for Terraria in 2025. We are hopeful that this year will bring the long-awaited update, and then we can finally dive into the world of Terraria crossplay. No promises still, of course, but that has remained in progress behind the scenes. We really cannot wait to show that off, well, more than we already have, when the time is right. For now, let's enjoy another Terraria spoiler. And here it is, and I will say, out of the two spoilers, this one is definitely the most exciting, because it turns out we're getting a new transformation that will allow you to transform into a little fairy. And as you can see in the video, when transformed into a fairy, you can fly a good distance, going all the way from the ground up to a sky island. To be honest, I'm not really sure if this will depend on your wing power or it will have a set amount of fly time. And as well, I don't know if you'll be able to use your weapons and tools while transformed into a fairy. It would look kind of strange. Imagine if they just like downsized everything though, so it kind of fit to scale. That would be kind of cool. Also, in what has become part of a monthly tradition, there is a brand new shirt on Terraria.shop, and this one's incredible. I mean, look at it. We've never had anything like this. This one was done by DontaeRiceArt, and I think it's their first one for Terraria.shop. I also want to shout out, they made a Five Nights at Freddy's map. I haven't had the chance to play this yet, but I heard it's incredible. They also made this one, which I have played and I really, really enjoyed. So, yeah, I'll leave a link to both of these in the description. As always, if you want to save some money, code Chippy at checkout will take some money off. It helps a little bit with shipping, and because it's an affiliate code, it also directly supports the channel. That's it for the state of the game, but this wouldn't be a ChippyGaming news video without a few extras, so let's take a look at that. Now, usually in this section, I pull a lot of stuff from Twitter, but if you didn't know, Red actually deleted his Twitter account, and he's moved fully to Blue Sky, which I'll leave a link to in the description. But first off, somebody took to the Terraria forums to give an idea to Red, a very simple one, a cherry blossom leaf and living wand. With Red responding, that would be cool. And yeah, it would be cool. Like, how has this not made it to Terraria already? Over on Blue Sky then, somebody wrote to Red and said, in the next Terraria update, could you add a setting to bind dash to a button on controller? My right arm is messed up, so I play 95% of the game with my left hand and it would be great if I could bind to start or something like that. With Red responding, I'll see what we can do about the dash. No promises. We're really bunkering down to get this update finished right now. I will say, because I play a lot of modded Terraria, I see people talking about adding a button for dash like all the time. In fact, quite a lot of content mods just go ahead and add this feature already. The thing is though, if that doesn't make it to this update, I could totally see DR Studios adding this as a feature in the future, because I've been playing a lot of Terraria on Switch, and over there you can customize like so many controls. Like, you can customize way more than you'd think. So adding this as an option, I think would go a long way. Over on the forums, somebody wrote, so I guess we won't get a secret seed that allows us to get the first fractal. With Red responding, first fractal gets talked about so much, we probably should do it if we weren't a year behind already. Well, Red, the first fractal, it's like 99% done. I'm a big first fractal person. I think it's really cool. I'm no game designer, but they could just add that as it is right now. I think it's great. This week, Red wrote a status to say, we've got a new track today. If you've been keeping track, we know that we're getting at least 10 new music tracks in this update. So this could potentially be an 11th track, or potentially they announced one of the new boss tracks early, and that's them now getting the boss track. Over on Blue Sky, somebody wrote, yo, Red, look at this painting JPC Pixels made, but is too afraid to post himself because it's based on my painting. With Red responding, as the single most humble game dev in the industry, I must say this is a masterpiece and should be added to the game immediately. 2 days ago, Red wrote a status that said, so far, there's only been minor feature creep. I think we're making progress to the end now. When it comes to Relogic and them talking about making progress towards the end, it's hard to get like a real sense of scale. Like, I've been in the community a while and I don't know what that means. Could it mean Q1 of this year? Could it mean Q2? Could it just mean 2025 as a whole? I've got no idea.